What city are you from, and what gym do you fight out of?
I'm from South Central Los Angeles, and I train the Sweet Science Boxing Gym in Hawthorne.
There are a lot of good quality fighters that fight out of South Central. What does it mean to you to represent that city?
It mean a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming from where I come from. You feel me? Like we got people doing stuff, but it ain't a whole lot of people where I'm from that really do something with themselves. A lot of us get killed to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Well, my circle where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be doing this is like everything to me.
King Mylik in the pro circuit, a really rising star. He was an LA native with an impressive boxing record, and he was rising through the ranks.
It's here at his gym, Sweet Science, where Mylik spent most of his time aside from work and his family. Everyone is in shock, saying Mylik was one of the greatest guys. Was 31 years old, known as King Mylik. He was a local champ with a record of 15 wins, a loss and a draw, and 10 knockouts. A true rising star.
He trained hard, he worked hard, he loved hard. You know, he was a good guy.
He was young, he was talented, he was gifted. 31-year-old Mylik Birdsong was on the verge of stardom and was a true rising star in the boxing world. He was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and was one of 3 triplets his mother was pregnant with. Yet he was the only one that survived at birth, so it was evident that God had a greater plan for his life. According to his mother, the doctors even told her to end her pregnancy early, but the future life for him would show that he was meant to be here. While growing up, Mylik got into his fair share of trouble, as he was known in the streets to fight all the time. His desire to throw his hands would lead to anger management classes that led to him taking out his aggression in the boxing ring. However, in a short period of time, he would go from an unlikable teen to a beloved professional boxer, and many would call him outstanding. His light was shining so bright for over a decade that there was no way but up for the reigning welterweight champion for the World Boxing Foundation. There was nothing standing in Mylik's way, and he had a full plan laid out for the future. As he stayed focused on his goals, it seemed that someone else was focused on tearing down the gifted star. This is the story of a young man who was beating all the odds, but was shockingly railroaded by people who had no regard for human life. 31-year-old Mylik Birdsong was truly a true story of someone who decided to make his life better at an early age. After some things transpired that were leading him down the wrong path, he chose to turn the right way. He began boxing in the 9th grade, and as he aged over the years, he continued to train and work hard. The ring appeared to be a positive outlet for the dedicated young man, and he would even meet plus get advice from some of the past best boxers in the ring. When he was around 19, he got to meet the real deal Holyfield, or as many may call or know him by Evander Holyfield. Holyfield was a professional boxer who competed between 1984 to 2011 and was the boxer who had his ear tragically bitten off by Mike Tyson in their June 1997 fight. He has won many titles, so I can only imagine how honored Mylik was to meet him. Then a few years later after that, he got to go to the home of one of the greatest boxers of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard, who competed professionally between 1977 and 1997. This was also another large stepping stone for Mylik, and he shared back then and said, "Yesterday wasn't one of my best days, but today is one I will never in life forget. Got to sit down and eat, watch a little documentary, and talk to one of my idols, Sugar Ray Leonard. Not out in the streets, but in his house where he actually lays his head. From today's experience, I walked away with gifts, but most importantly, #knowledge and #motivation, #boxing, #gifted black sheep." Gifted Black Sheep was Mylik's moniker, and it was so near and dear to his heart that he even created a clothing brand behind it. With all the life experiences he was having and the contacts he was making, it just made him more hungry for greatness. Mylik's focus and discipline was beyond next level, and his energy was like none other. Even with all of his success, he never got the big head, but constantly thanked God for all his many achievements. Mylik considered himself as a very independent, solitary person who was a humble beast. By the time he hit his 30s, he was far removed from his past street fighting as a teen and was well respected and loved in his community. Even throughout his 20s, he never let a small setback take him down, and everything for him was all in preparation for a greater comeback. Every year, he just got better and better, and during his career, he had a total of 15 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, and 10 knockouts. The last fight he won took place on March 23, 2024, against Jerry Bradford, and it was a great victory coming off his last fight that he lost to a knockout. Outside of boxing, he enjoyed life to the fullest. Even though he was in the spotlight in the ring, his regular life was the complete opposite. He was a laid-back person that enjoyed family, travel, and staying out the way. Mylik also had a great relationship with his family. His mother, his father, and his grandmother were 3 of his biggest supporters, and they appeared to be so proud of the man he had become. Sadly, though, Mylik experienced a devastating blow in the summer of 2024. That's when he lost his grandmother, who meant so much to him. Going forward, Mylik took some time to himself, but eventually it was time for another fight. The date was set for October 26, 2024, and Mylik was in the gym putting in the work like usual in hopes of gaining another victory. Be that as it may, Mylik would never get the chance to see that date because jealousy and envy came to his mother's doorstep to destroy the family's lives forever. What started off as a beautiful Sunday on September 29, 2024 for the Birdsong family turned to complete horror. On that day, Mylik and his girlfriend brought dinner to his mother's house for the family. He even brought over his new girl massive puppy to hang out and spend time with the family as well. When the time came for him to leave, he was seen on camera coming out the front door. Seconds later, the video cuts to his mother running outside saying, "Where's Mylik?" because multiple gunshots rang out. As she walked through the driveway, it was then that she saw something straight out of a nightmare. According to the official reports, Mylik and his girlfriend were standing outside the car preparing to leave his mother's house when a dark-colored SUV drove by on West 87th Street and Dinker Avenue about 4:50 p.m. that day. This is when 2 men hopped out of the SUV and shot Mylik twice. As he then tried to get to safety and run towards the house, the 2 suspects from the vehicle started chasing him while shooting at him. Once Mylik was on the ground, they stood over him and shot him multiple times in the chest. While the suspects fled, 911 was en route, and when the ambulance arrived, he was rushed to the hospital where he tragically succumbed to his injuries.
LAPD is still trying to figure out who Mylik Birdsong because police said after 2 people shot at him, they drove off. And tonight, while detectives investigate, the family is mourning the loss of this 31-year-old boxer with a big heart.
Mylik Birdsong's been boxing since the 9th grade.
We trained every day. We trained twice a day.
And as the reigning welterweight champion for the World Boxing Foundation, his mom Zanya knows all that training paid off.
My baby was born to fight. I didn't know that at the time. That was his thing. He enjoyed boxing, regardless of the busted lips, the stitches, the broken hands.
Mylik's strength was so easy to see, and so was his heart. Ramona McCardell is his aunt.
Anything he could do for anyone, he was so willing to do it. They would have Thanksgiving dinner, and he would pack up food to take to the homeless.
And on Sunday, he showed his heart once more when he bought dinner for family, brought it to his mom's house, then said goodbye.
He kissed me right outside. "Mama, I'll see you in a couple of days." I said, "Okay, babe." Next thing I knew, I heard gunfire.
LAPD said around 5 Sunday night, Mylik was standing outside the home in Gramercy Park when 2 people pulled up and shot him. Police said the gunman drove off, then an ambulance rushed him to the hospital where he died.
I don't know, it was his time. I believe it was just his time.
Police are still searching for the shooters.
I pray, I believe in fate, but I know this battle is not mine. It's not mine, it's the Lord's.
Naturally, this unforeseen crime left not only his family, but the community completely broken. Mylik was not just another person gunned down. He was bringing a whole lot of good to those in need, often helping those less fortunate and giving away his personal things to the homeless. His heart was as big as his fight in the ring, and he had way more greatness to spread. This should have never happened, and sadly, someone wanted to put his bright light out. It is so unfortunate that you can't be great without someone hating on you to the point that they need to take your life. This man should still be alive. My deepest thoughts and prayers are with their entire family and all who loved him. This was definitely a great loss. Let me know, do you think he was set up? Also, please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in their difficult time and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.